And the game continues. Let's see if I can remember what happened. Right, the city. Supposedly, everyone disappeared. In actuality, everyone was already gone. Don't know what's up with that. I guess it's time travel. That's what the game is alluding to. Okay. We were escorted up to UPX and released. I don't have to look up what that is. What the hell is UPX? Oh, right. Major Office Building in Akihabara. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there are far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we decided to head back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabaki's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. Ned's buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radicon. All the major stations in Tokyo, even To TV, are running special bulletins about it. I think I already read the tip for this. Fictional television network based in Tokyo, To TV airs more anime than any other commercial television network, making it a favorite among otaku. When a major news story breaks in Tokyo, most stations interrupt regular programming to deliver a special bulletin. To TV, however, is an exception, which has given rise to the phrase, if To TV cuts the special bulletin, the apocalypse is nigh. Okay. All the major stations in Tokyo... Okay, yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. I wonder... What would they have changed to cause all the people to not be there, and maybe Makise to not be murdered? But nothing happened to Rentaro. What kind of... Was it one decision? Was it two decisions that led to that outcome? I don't know. It's all a mystery. A mystery. I see. So that's it. From the sofa I sprang to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare. It's an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God. Is this like Mossad or something? Really underestimate me, for I'm not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda from the fridge. Dr. Pepsi. Dr. P, Dr. Pepper. Why did I go with Pepsi first? What the fuck? I'm not a soda drinker, man. I'm not a soda fanatic, to be honest. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential. Elixir intellectualis, a drink fit for a genius. Cola's better. Oh wow, there's scripts and cola. Well, I guess... Is cola, like, a word that existed independent of Coca-Cola? So, like, is there other kinds of colas before Coke made their cola? I don't know. Okay, Ocarina really loves his Dr. Pepper.
この知的飲料の良さがわからない奴は人生の5分の1を損しているぞ。うわ
I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Evil fucking laugh. Asmongold. Step through the curtain dividing its center and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poked Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. Honestly, I'm really liking the pacing of STEINS Gate compared to Chaos at Noah. Even though people say STEINS Gate is a slow burn, I don't know, maybe like Chaos at Noah just like trained me. And this feels like brisk in comparison. All the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I'm wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, there's no money for that, we're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up a lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased with my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be.
Daru. 計画は順調に推移している。
Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly?
計画って何ぞ?
What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turns attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. Microwave oven. Oh yeah. Okay. I was like, is that a microwave oven? Is that just a microwave? And I saw the little dials and I was like, okay. I can't believe they had to explain this. An air fryer, a cooking appliance with cheats food by bombarding it with electromagnetic waves, originally called a radarange. The microwave was invented when radar technician accidentally discovered that electromagnetic waves could warm food. Afterward, research continued, and the consumer appliance version was launched in America in 1947. So this game takes place after 1947, we know that much. So this is after World War II. I don't know, that might be significant. I guess it was kind of obvious, right? This didn't look like... Still a very urban Tokyo, or wherever they are, Akihabara. So, I don't know. Obviously it's post-Meiji Restoration, because World War II was post-Meiji Restoration. I don't know, dude. Okay. I'm just trying to deduce when the fuck this game takes place. It emits electromagnetic waves at a frequency of 2.45 gigahertz. This special frequency known as the ISM band, which is also used by wireless LAN devices. Consumer grade output is around 500 to 1000 watts, so commercial grade output is 1500 to 2000 watts. Huh. What was the gigahertz range used in fucking, what was it? Back to the Future? Was it like 3 point something gigahertz? Anyways.
The
plan, as in the plan, obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8.
Ah, そのこと。 いきなり計画とか言うから何事かと思った。
How was I supposed to know what you meant?
そろそろお前との付き合いも3年
We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, now we're going to the same university, sharing a separate bond like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months though. This guy thinks 3 years is a long time.
高2の時はクラス別でほとんど喋んなかったじゃん。だから実
We
質
were in different classes
2
in
年
our
半じゃ
second
ね。
year, and actually we didn't talk at all, so 2 years,
細かいことはどうでもいい。
details.
それほどの
The
付き
point
合い
is
の
we've
長さな
known
の
each
だか
other
ら
a
いい
long
加減俺の
time.
会
I
話について
expect
こら
you
れる
to
ようになっ
keep
て
up
くれ。
with me here.
それは無理。
No. Really cracking down on Rintaro's shenanigans, awkward silence. Man, all I want to do is have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff that no one would understand except us. Shot down again.
それで8号機の不調の原因究明は進ん
We're
だ
any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number
いやまだ。
8? Not yet. So far, the future gadget laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious, future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It's fundamental to the truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident, in other words, serendipity. The ability to discover something valuable when looking for something else. The microwave oven is born through serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. Oh, I should probably get the tips. Bit particle gun. The very first future gadget is a toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. The wielder can change channels by pointing at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only support button is channel plus. No other buttons such as volume control are usable. To turn the TV on, it is manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is in reference to the classic Japanese horror anime Mobile Jacket Gun Bum. Future gadget number 2. A CCD camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. The camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. However, the image rotates at high speeds, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Its name is in reference to sci-fi manga 22Amon. Gadget number 3, could this be Ora Ora? A lie detector based on thumb perspiration, though it might be a bit more appropriate to call it a sweat detector. I have to admit, it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventures. Fuck, I'm just gonna say JoJo's. That's obviously what they're talking about. Also, wow, this game was... Okay, I guess we're referencing JoJo in Steins Gate. Therefore, the Mode Snake. Moed. Okay, an instant super humidifier. These electric heating coils so quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room 12 square meters. Though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds, it looks like a Claymore landmine, which is sure to appeal to military otaku. Its name is referenced to the stealth action game Metal Moa Solid Rising. Metal Gear Solid Rising, guys. Gadget number 1, once again I made a worthless object by Goemon. Short for once again I made something worthless by Goemon. Created by combining a dryer and a vacuum. The dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Its name is in reference to popular anime Lupin's the Third. Whatever that's referencing, I've never actually heard of it. Number 6, the Sialoom Saber. A red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword. Made possible not just with future gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge. name is a reference to Star Wars, a series of epic sci-fi Hollywood movies. That's what I'm saying, Ghost in the Shell. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed inside the gaps between the monitors, each of which are connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed feature gadgets. The sheer size makes it difficult to store. This name is in reference to the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Shell, which has an anime adaptation. They can all be seen on the website Daru Made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist genius. Our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until I come up with a better one. For the record, it was Myri's idea, not mine. When the feature gadget is complicated, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Taro thinks our naming sounds too ridiculous. He just doesn't have he just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Myri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. Phone wave, a name subject to change, is in short a remote-controlled microwave. Put food in the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process, voila, hot food ready for your arrival. Huh. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly ditzy, Myri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1. As usual, when the unexpected happened, the chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause.
マユシがやった状況を再現して何度も実
We
験
tried
したけ
copying
ど
what Maishi
冷
did, but
凍
we
で
just
きたり
can't
できなかったり
reproduce the
とかし
freezing phenomenon.
バナナを冷凍してみようとしたら
And when we tried
さ
to
らに
freeze
変
a
則なことにな
banana,
ったし
it turned out really weird.
さっぱりわかんない
I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it. Let's see if we can't make it happen again.
マイリーマイリーここにバナナを持て
Myri, bring forth the bananas.
またゲルバナ作
Are
る
you gonna turn them
の
into gel bananas again?
前から気になってたけどさマユシ
What's been bugging me,
ゲルバナって
Maishi?
略さないでく
Can
れ
you
ない
stop calling them gel bananas?
だってねゲルバナは
The
ゲ
gel
ルバナだ
bananas
も
are
ん
gel bananas. It's true. I take the bananas from Myri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, name subject to change.
なんでいつも一房丸ごと入れるの
Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food.
ケチケチしていては機関と
Your
の戦いに
stinginess
勝利
here
すること
cost
など
us
で
the
きんぞ
battle with the organization. You're schizophrenic, Rentaro.
あのねバナナはマユシーが買ってきてる
It's
の
fine with me. Maishi always buys
おかげで
bananas, and now
マユシー
Maishi
はちっともバナナが
can't
食
eat
べ
a
られ
single
ま
one.
せん
次からは1本ずつ
Next
使うことも
time
検
we'll
討しよう
only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Check my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. To bring up the phone, click the date at the top left corner or press the phone trigger button. use it to call the phone wave. You can check the controls using the help option in the system menu. Now, where did I put my phone? Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess we just go to config. No. Help. Okay. Controller. So what do we have here? We have phone triggers right trigger. Phone trigger zoom out is left trigger. Interesting. Enter message A. Okay. Right trigger, left trigger. Address book. Ooh, I can change my settings. Change wallpaper. Ooh. I'll stick with the blue. These are eerie. I'll just go with the default. Phone wave. Read an email. That's kind of achievement for what the hell is all this? What happened if you actually put that in? Oh, it's not a hyperlink. Got another achievement. Viewed email sent history at least once. It's cool. Why is it called Aru? Okay, I'll call phone wave. Voice only, I'm connected.
RENG
Hello.
こちらは
This is the
電
phone
話
wave.
レンジかっこ仮です
This is the voice of Maishi Guidance, the system daughter programmed to operate the phone wave.
マユシーの声聞こえ
You
て
hear
きた
Maishi's voice?
少し黙れ。マユシーガイダンスが聞こえなくな
I'm
る。
trying to listen. Dick.
こちらからタイマー操作
You
が
can
でき
operate the
ます
timer from this menu.
シャープボタンを押し
After
た後
pushing the number button,
温めたい秒
please
数を
enter
プ
the
ッ
heating
シュしてくだ
time
さい
in seconds.
例えば1
For
分な
example,
らシャ
press
ープ
pound
60
sign 60 for 1 minute.
2分ならシ
For
ャー
2
プ
minutes,
120
press pound sign 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave, name subject to change, to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120. Do I have to? What if I put like some absurd number? What if I do something really bad here? Enter the command properly. And deliberately mess up. How about I don't do that? Okay. I think I have to put 120. When I enter the command, the phone wave starts up with a low hum.
これ普通の
Won't
温
this
めじゃ
just
ね？
warm it normally? Crap, I messed up. I immediately shut it off. Let's try again. So we're going to ignore the guidance and enter 120 number. What if I put 60 number? Fine. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Myri's part, but somehow started the freezing process. Fun wave comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。
Nice
普段
turntable,
と違っ
right?
て逆回転してるん
It's
だぜ
even
それ。
spinning backward.
何？逆回転？
Backward? I never noticed that. It's like
そこに
going
重大
back
な意
in
味がある
time.
かもしれない。
This might have
量
serious
子の不具合にも影
implications.
響してくる問
If
題
we
に
look
なる。
at quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. What is Hund's rule? Tell me what Hund's rule is. I don't actually know what that is. The rule governing the placement of an atom's electrons. I don't know why I've never heard of it. I feel like I've taken like a chemistry class. The rule states that orbitals of the same energy are filled with one electron, same spin, before any are filled with a second. Also known as Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. I can't tell if they made that up. Like, isn't it like Pauli exclusion principle or something else? Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know.
あるわねえよ。
Yeah, I know.
ないか。
Not Hund's rule?
ないね。
No.
そうか。
Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Okay, but if it was going back in time, why would the bananas freeze? Wouldn't they just stay room temperature? Because, like, 120 seconds ago, it was room temperature. So it's not just going... It's... I don't even know how to describe it. It's not just not going forward in time. It's not even going backwards in time. It's just anti-forward time. So it does whatever the opposite of going forward in time is. I don't know. Myri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
Gel bananas already. Bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. Myri discovered the fun wave had a freezing function. We attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time.
だるよ。
Sure you didn't just heat up the cells in the
食べてみよ
banana
う
so
と
much that
は
it
思
just
わないか思う
jellified.
はずだ。我らの理念達成の犠牲となり散ったダルに敬礼。
Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of those, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered.
すげえまずそうじゃ
They
ん。
look really nasty. Not gonna lie, a guy looks like he would eat anything.
味は関係ない。食べることに意味があるの
Taste
だ。
doesn't matter.
さあダルよ。
What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it.
いらね。
Why don't you do it, Rintaro?
ではまゆり、お
Fine.
前にその名誉を譲
Myri,
る。
the honor shall be yours.
なんかね、
The gel bananas are always
中
all
身がデロ
gloopy,
デロでブ
droopy,
ニュブニ
soft,
ュだっ
and
たよ。
squishy. Wait, sure you tried one?
味もしないし、
It had no
全
flavor
然美味しくな
and
かっ
wasn't
た。
tasty at all. I feel like you put bananas in the microwave for 120 seconds, it tends to be like that.
デロデロでブニュブニ
Gloopy,
ュか。
droopy, soft, and squishy.
ダルよ。
Daru,
どう思う？
what do you think?
ブニュブニュバナナか。
Soft and squishy bananas,
ブニュ
huh?
ブニュのバ
Soft
ナ
and
ナ。
squishy banana.
まゆし
A、nosebleed.
あなたのバナナ、ブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
Maishi, say your banana's all soft and squishy for me. Oh,
ダルくん、ダルくん、鼻血出てる。
no, Tarkun, your nose is bleeding.
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
Let's just say it. Dude, don't be a creep.
あなたの
Your
バナナ
banana's all
Banana.
soft and squish.
言わせるな手のが
Don't make her say that, you perv. Tara retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Maria looks at us with an instant smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway,
ゲル状になったということ
they're
は
gelatinous, a semi-solid state of
すな
matter.
わち
In other
分
words,
子同士の
there's
結
a
びつきが弱く
possibility
なっ
that the
ている可能性
intermolecular
がある
bonds were weakened. No way. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? Maybe the intense fucking heat that you put on it?
そうか分かったぞ
I've got it. I turn to the whiteboard where it freezes in the middle, then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand.
俺たちは冷凍
What we
機能だ
thought
と思
was
い
a
込んでいた
freezing
が実は
function
違ったのだ
is
よ
actually something else. A bold statement if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised?
さあお前たちなんだって
Now it's the time to
と
shout.
叫ぶがいい
What would you
こ
say?
こは
Come
叫ぶとこ
on.
ろだ
Don't be shy. The reactions are pathetically weak. Myri probably didn't even understand half of what I said.
冷凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつうの。
We already knew that. Oh.
問題はじゃあ
The
この機
problem
能っ
is
て
we
何
don't
ぞ
know what it
何が
is
起きてん
doing
の
or
ってことじ
why
ゃん
it's doing it.
冷凍の逆なら
If it's the opposite of
解
freezing,
凍じゃないのか
then
な
couldn't it be thawing them?
実に愚鈍な意見だなマユリ
That's a
それで
silly
は普通の
question,
電子レンジ
Myri.
と同じではない
What
か
you're describing is just a normal microwave.
じゃあどういうこと
Then what is it?
それが分かんないから悩んでるん
We
だ
don't
ろ
know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I have no clue. This list. Akihabara, fictional? Oh, Daibaru. Okay. A skyscraper with offices and a commerce center that opened alongside UPX in 2003. It's connected to UPX by an overpass. Right. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Darwin and I to head to Daibaru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. ATF, short for Akihabara Techno Forum, a meeting hall located inside Daibaru. Several universities and research institutions hold special seminars there. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. I'm gonna think of it. What's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down.
ご覧ください。秋葉原駅前のビルに謎の巨大
Behind
物
me
体
is
が
a
出
large
没しています。
unidentified object crash into the building near our station. Got mail. You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Oopa. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Garo Froggy. Hey, that was in the previous game. That's the one from last year, right? I thought you weren't interested. I feel your pain. That thing's worth a fortune. Our precious research funds orders. Which one do I respond to? Apply to an email achievement. Can't call anyone. I guess that's... So that was the only thing I got. Behind me is a large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station, and it's on the billboard. Akiba in uproar, satellite collision, origin unknown, investigation ongoing. Today is July 28th on a Wednesday.
現在、警察によ
The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to
遠
approach.
くから見る限りでは
From a
墜落
distance,
した物
the
体は
object appears
人
to
工衛
be
星の
some
ように
kind
見え
of
ます
satellite. To cross the overpass that connects UPS and Diver, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone's walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off.
ダルはラジカンに見物に行かない
Are
の
you
か
going to check out Radicon?
どうせ行っても見られないっしょ。
No
もちろんネットに上がってく
Can't
る
get
情報には
close.
ほぼ目を
Confirming
通して
news
るんだ
online
ぜ。
though.
アットちゃんのスレ数
There's already
100超えた
100
し、
threads about it on at
勢い
channel.
すげえ。
It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. Go enter Diver and take the elevator up to the 5th floor at ATF Assembly Hall. I don't know. What's the difference when I pull up? I guess it doesn't matter if I use left trigger or right trigger. We enter at Diver and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall.
あー、涼しい。生き返るぜ。
Feel that AC?
ばばばばばばばばばば。
I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Diver has air conditioning. He had another reason for a diligent participation in the seminar
電話レンジカッコ仮の件
about the phone wave.
俺は答えを導き出した
Might
か
have
もしれない
found our answer. Oh, really?
そのカッコ借りってめんどいからいい加減やめ
You
るべ
know
き。
that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give it that easily. Even though other lab members use name subject to change, I'll carry on until the day we decide its true name.
そんなことは今はどうでもいい
I've already given up on it. Now's not the time.
お得意のとんでも理論でもひらめい
What's
ちゃ
your
った。
latest ridiculous theory?
何を言うか
What do you mean ridiculous? Why
この世の
cheating is
神羅
great
万
because
象
there's
すべて
every
超越した
possibility. Even
あら
those
ゆ
a
る可能
lesser
性
mind
に
would
ついて
say
思考を
break the
巡ら
laws
せ
of
ているのだ
nature.
とんでもとか
Don't
言う
you
な
dare call that ridiculous.
神羅万象を超越。
Basically, you're just
つまり何でもあり
pulling
ってこ
stuff
とじゃ
out of
ね
your ass.
理論ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
You can't call that science.
ダルよ
Dark.
電話レンジカッコ
I
仮
have a
は
hunch that the phone
シュタインズ
wave
ゲートを開く鍵だという
may
気
be
がす
the
るの
key
だ
to
が
opening Stein's Gate. How's that?
そのシュタインなんとかってところから
Stein's
して
what? You
意味
lost
不
me
明
back
なわ
at
けだが。
ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. Step out of the elevator. Ah. I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling.
すいません
I'm sorry. Who is it? Oh my god. Yeah? I mean, I was kind of expecting it to be her. Makise Karisu? What? It's a girl. And I recognize her. Oh, is this when they first meet? Because remember when Makise was like, hey, that thing you said to me earlier. And was like, I didn't say anything to you earlier. That thing. You. Impossible. That would mean you went back in time, not forward. Doesn't sound right. Anyways, impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Karisu.
何か
Is there something wrong? Karisu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow.
貴様
You. I think you're freaking
貴様は
out.
死んだはずだ
You should be
なぜ
dead.
ここに
Why are you here? What the fuck? You don't just
し
say
か
that.
も
And you're even. There isn't a single blood stain on her clothes, and there's the same one she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. As far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured.
無傷
Not a scratch.
痛い
Hey, that
離
hurts.
して
Let me go. Kurisu pushes me away. And she shoots me a wary glare. I realize I'm gaping in disbelief.
何なの
What's wrong with you?
無事だったのか
You're You're
怪我は
okay,
平気なのか
but that's impossible.
そんなはずはない
Someone stabbed you. I saw you
何者かに
lying
刺さ
in
れ
a
て血ま
pool
み
of
れで
blood.
またその話かよ。
That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what you just said.
またその話とは
What do you
どういう
mean
意味
again? Did he ever mention it?
だって
I
1週
mean,
間前にも
he
僕に
sent
そ
me
んな
that
メール
email
送ってき
like
たじゃ
a
ん。
week ago. A week ago? Oh my god. Is this in the future?
メール
I sent
俺が？
you an email?
何よバカな
Don't be
マキセ・ク
ridiculous.
リスが殺されているのを見たの
I
は
saw her dead
Almost
just
3時間前だぞ。
3 hours ago. Oh, did something happen when he used the microwave? When the gel bananas were covered in goop because they rotted and they were moved forward like a week? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago.
ちょっと
3
勝手に
hours.
殺さないでくれますか私
120.
ピンピンしてますんで
He put in 120, he moved forward 3 hours. But that was an hour. That was. He came into the lab an hour after her death, so actually, it was 120 equates to 2 hours. Huh. So 1 minute becomes 1 hour? I don't know. Hey, could you not talk to me like that? I'm perfectly fine.
そういえばあのメール
You know
変な
what?
感じだった
That
な。
message was kind of weird.
送信日
It
時が
was
1週間
dated
後
a
になって
week after I got it, which
つまり
means
未来から
it
来たっ
came
つう
from
か
the future. Oh. So it came a week ago, but it came from the future at the time. Oh, so he was in the future, so she dies in the future. So somehow he moved back in time, which is what happened when he put on the 120 thing. So he had a week after God, so she dies now. Now he's got to current time, potentially? Okay.
未来から来た
It came from the future?
ネットで妙な考察サイトでも
Sounds
見た
like
のかな
something you'd read on the
お
internet.
前がとんでも
Daru.
理論を言い出すのは
Rare
珍
for
し
you
い
to talk about ridiculous theories.
違うがな。確かにメールの日付は1週間
No,
後
the date
の
was definitely a week later.
28
It came from
あ、そっか28日だから今日じゃん
28th. Wait, that's today. Uh-oh, Kurisu. You might be in mortal danger, if I say so myself. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. Received July 21st, sent July 28th, subject trouble. From Okra, someone stabbed. He's right, the email is sent from my phone. Okay, so I don't know, should I talk about Chaos Head Noah spoilers? I feel like I should, just because, you know, I put, it's kind of the whole point of me putting, that's not the entire point of me putting Chaos Head playlist on my channel and playing through it, but like, I feel like you kind of have to talk about these things. So, I believe in the first game, something similar happened, where the main character also received messages from the future, and if I'm correct, I forget how exactly the time travel happened. I think it was like anti-particles or whatever created from the DI swords. And that was like a future version. I'm not quite positive. That or yeah, I think it was. It was like DI particles or something. He received it on July 21st at 12:56 p.m. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54 p.m. Huh. was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed, bed, Makise K, Arisu don't. Someone stabbed, Makise Kurisu don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? It looks like the third email got cut off. I do recognize the content though.
これは3時間前に誰に送ったメールだ。
This is the email sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago?
興味深いわね。
Interesting. There were... okay. I was about to say, were there 3 separate instances when the microwave or the phone wave was used? As far as I know, there's only 2 confirmed instances of it being used. There was once when Mary originally used it and froze her banana, and then there's a second time that they did on screen in the game. I don't think there's a 3rd one confirmed, but I don't know. Interesting. Suddenly, Karisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right. The email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I'm a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Karisu's face. Don't do that. My fingertips stroke her hair. What the fuck, weirdo? Feels silky, quite the cuticles.
ある
Substance.
実体が
She has substance. Of course,
やはり
she's not a
幽霊だ
ghost.
というのは考えすぎ
How
か。
silly of me. Okay, so in the well, not even in the previous game. This game, they mentioned something. I think it was at the beginning where he's like, "Oh, I need to pay attention to things, like in my blind spots or whatever, or just like don't ignore things." And this kind of ties back into Chaos Head Noah, where it talked about the blind spots and how information is inserted into the mind through the blind spots. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening here. If she is just like an illusion, not a real human. Okay. You're being weird, dude. Oh, Karine, I don't think that's a good idea. We're gonna get slapped. Poke Karisu's cheek with my fingers. Such softness, dead bodies don't feel like this, not that I've ever touched one.
おい
Hey. Wait a minute, we already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted if she had substance, such as proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Rodicon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Don't go looking for her wounds. I grabbed that hem of her blouse and saw. Oh, dude.
己は警
Are
察
you
に
trying
突き
to
出され
get
たいの
yourself
か
arrested?
俺は真実を知
Just
りたい
want to know the truth. Stare straight back at Carissa. She trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher.
何が真実よこの
What
変
truth,
態
you
バ
perv?
カなの
You
死ぬの
stupid? You want to die? She pushes my hand away.
ルイスちゃんの名台詞
Lushan's
来た
famous
これ
line for the wind. What the fuck are you saying, Daru? Fictional. The main heroine of the anime, the familiar Ten, Tsundere. Her voice actress is the Queen of Tsundere, Sugamiya Rie, nicknamed Sugiyu. Saying she's Tsundere? Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu.
俺は確かに見たのだ
I know what I saw.
まさかあんた
No way.
私
You
の
just
下着
see
を
my under. That's totally how a woman would respond to essay. Anyways, Carice's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse
こ
down.
の手の目がそうではない。
No, you fool, not that. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabaki's presentation, someone killed Makise Karisu and left her in a pool of blood. Fucked up and evil. I carefully explained everything that I saw.
ドクター中鉢
Dr. Nakabaki?
オカリン何言ってる
What are you talking
中鉢の発
about?
表会なら中止になったじゃん。
Dr. Nakabaki's presentation was canceled. Oh, did he go? Did Dr. What? Dr. Nakabaki. I'm trying to figure this out. Was canceled, likely because of what Rintaro did. So he went back in time and canceled it. And then Rintaro ended up... That was a week in the future, which would be now. But back then it was a week ago. So Ocarine got sent back in time a week. Likely when the satellite fell. Nobody was there because the police closed it off. I'm trying to piece this together.
中止
Canceled.
そう人工衛星の墜落で
Yeah, because of the satellite crash. That happened like 3 hours ago, right? Or like 2 hours ago? Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. Same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Myers' story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
ねえちょっとあなた
Excuse me,
我が名は大院京馬だ
my name is Owen Kyoma. Did I nail that?
違うよ全然違うよ
Really, man? You're hopeless.
大院さん
Okay,
今の話
Owen-san.
詳し
I'd
く
like
教
to
えて
hear
ほ
your
しいんです
story in more detail. I don't think I'd want to be talking to someone who tried to lift your blouse, but I don't know. Maybe there's something about Japanese culture. Maybe they're more trusting than I would be. Or maybe, you know, this is fiction, obviously. Anyways, Japanese employees, you're explaining honorifics. Whatever, I'd like to know more about honorifics. Japanese employs a system of name suffixes that define the speaker's relationship to the addressee. The common honorifics are as follows. Son, the most common honorific used with strangers, people of equal status, in general whenever one needs to be polite. When used after the given name, Kiyoma-san, it indicates a closer relationship. Kun, an informal suffix generally used for male friends or male subordinates, also used by male stores, female subordinates, professional environments. What? It's used for male friends or male subordinates, but it can also be used by males towards female subordinates. Okay. Chan, a diminutive suffix that indicates high affection, usually for small children, young girls, or between close female friends. Tan, an even more diminutive version of the Chan suffix, was often used for fictional characters, especially for anthropomorphizations or added cuteness. Damn, they created a honorific just for fictional characters? And Shi, a literary honorific generally used by foreign publications such as newspapers, somotaki such as Daru Shi regularly. Okay, Hoa-san, I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying, but I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall.
牧瀬さん そろそろ時間ですし、
Moxie-san.
始めましょう。
It's almost time. Moxie. Okay.
はい。
Huh? Oh, right. Thank you. Wait, I just realized it says... Okay, so if it says the date in the top left, maybe I should be keeping track of that more often. Just in case it shifts and I don't realize. Karisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and head towards the small conference room.
オカリン、とりあえず僕らも行こうぜ。
We should go to...
行くとはどういう意味だ？
Go where?
講義を聞きに来たんだろ
Hear
う。
the lecture, duh. Oh, right. Dara falls after Karisu. She should come to attend the lecture too. Strange. Why would the girl genius, Moxie Karisu, need to attend a lecture like this? Maybe she's giving the lecture. Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture.
今日は私のような若輩
I'd
者の
like to
話を
thank
聞きに
everyone
来て
for
くださ
coming
っ
to
て
hear me
ありが
speak
とう。
today.
講義をする方だったの
She's
か。
the one giving the lecture. No shit. Why do you... Einstein was like, sorry, I need to attend a lecture real quick. Obviously, he's giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Moxie Karisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. That's crazy. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. First heard about her when Daru pointed out her in her Anakasa magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it.
こういうのは初めてなので
It's my first time giving a lecture
ガチガチな
like
のは
this,
多めに見てくだ
so
さい。
please forgive me if
どうぞ
I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but also a couple of professors. And Moxie just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I turn her stare, she quickly reverts her eyes. I don't care if you're a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She didn't do anything wrong. She made these people fooled with her timid girl act. I learned at Rodicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct.
今回タイムマシン
For
をテー
today's
マに話す
lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time machines. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Wait a second, she's giving the lecture on time machines. When normally, we'd be having the press conference with a fraud talking, Nakabaki. But I don't know. This is a different location, right? The other, this is ATF, and the other was like someplace else in Akihabara, I think. I don't remember. I think this is both Akihabara. I don't know, man. Time machines.
最初に結論を言ってしまうとタイムマシンなんていうのはバカら
Let
し
me
い
start by
代
saying
物
the
だという
very idea of a time machine is just absurd.
異議あり。
Objection! Aw. Every member of the audience, not just Karisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel.
タイムマシンが作れないと決めつけるのは早計だ。
It's far too early to assume that a time machine can't be built.
オカリン、無茶しやがって。
Ocarine, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay.
まあ
It's
は
fine.
い
I
いいです
guess it'll be easier
ディ
to
スカッション
talk
形式
in
の方
a
が話も弾むでしょう
discussion
し
format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that.
でもその前に
Before
私の考
that,
えを話
please
させ
listen
て
to
く
my
ださ
thoughts on the subject.
いこれまで世界中の科学
Scientists
者
have
たちが
proposed
タイ
many
ムトラベルについて
theoretical
の理論を
models
提
of
唱して
time
きました
travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory at least. The 11 theories.
中性子星理論
Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory,
タキオン理論ワームホー
tachyon
ル理論
theory,
エキゾチッ
wormhole
ク物質
theory,
理論
exotic matter theory,
宇宙紐理論
cosmic
量子重
string
力理
theory,
論
quantum
セシウ
gravity
ムレーザ
theory,
ー光理論
cesium laser theory. Cesium laser? Okay. String theory, is that the same is cosmic string theory the same as string theory? So I heard string theory is like, I don't know a lot about it at all, but I hear people say it's like not legit or whatever. Cesium laser? Isn't cesium like how we measure seconds? So is it tied to that? Yeah. Okay, so all the others like high gravity essentially.
ディラック反粒子理論
Elementary particle ring and laser theory. Dirac antiparticle theory. Oh, so Paul Dirac. Antiparticles. Antiparticles, hold up, like Chaos at Noah? Where you have like the opposite particles or whatever? Not bad. Perhaps Moxei Karisu's a worthy rival after all.
それらの理論はいずれも
All of these models are purely theoretical.
場合によっては11個の中の別
Some
の
of
理論
them
によって
even
否定され
contradict
ている
each
もの
other.
さえある
では12番目の理論
What
が
if someone
発見
comes
された
up
とし
with
た
a
らどうか
12th
な
model? Ooh. Huh? Ah.
そうです
Right.
これは
Well.
13番目の理論によって否定されるかもしれませ
It
ん
could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touche, genius girl. Suddenly I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks across the room. Well, yeah, because you're some fucking, like, kid that just graduated from high school and you're acting like... Whatever, maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits, so I should back off for now.
ちなみに未来
By
へ
the
の
way,
タイム
time
トラベル
travel
は
to the
今すぐ
future
にも
is
可能ですよ
available to us right now, according to Einstein's special relativity, special theory of relativity. It refers to Einstein's special theory of relativity, published in 1905, and his general theory of relativity, published in 1916, representative of a famous equation equals mc squared. The special theory of relativity is defined by the following axioms. Objects cannot travel faster than the speed of light. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, length approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, mass approaches infinity. In general, the general theory of relativity adds the following axioms. In the presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves. In the presence of large gravitational fields, mass increases. Mass increases? Or weight increases? I guess they meant mass, I don't know.
例えば今すぐ
For
羽田空
example,
港に行
let's
って
say someone were to
そこか
go
ら
to
沖縄駅あ
Haneda
たりの飛行
Airport
機に
and
乗れば
board a plane headed to
目
Okinawa.
的地に降り立った時
Upon arrival, that
その
person
人は
would be about
16
100
分の1
millionth
秒
of
くら
a
い
second
私よ
farther
り未
into
来
the
に進
future
む
than I am. What does that mean?
移動する速さが高速に近づ
According
く
to
か
the
近づ
special
く
theory of
か
relativity,
時間は遅く
time
なる
moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light.
極論を言えば
For example,
光と同じほ
if
ど
you
の
could
速さ
run
で
at
走ることができた
near
ら
the speed of light,
流れる時間
you
は
could reach
そ
a
の人
point
の
where
半
time
分
only
になる
moves half as fast for you. Why half as fast?
24時間その速度で
If
走
you
り
were to
続けれ
keep
ば
running at that
周囲で
speed
は
for
48時間
24
かかった
hours,
ことになるから
48 hours would
丸1
elapse
日分
in the
未
rest
来
of
に
the
飛んだ
world,
ことになるんですよ
meaning you would jump one day into the
おー
future. Understand, Hoen Kiyoma-san? Yeah. Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Moxei Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name.
それはへりくつではないかな
But that's not really time travel, is it? Now, Professor calmly makes an objection. True, Moxei Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se. I never expected an older man professor at that to refute an 18-year-old girl. He's just testing the genius girl's resilience.
そうですね。
Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. Sure, a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old, my bad, sorry, would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Moxie Karisu is giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on.
では過去には行けるのかな？
What about going to the past?
過去にだって今すぐ行けます。
Going to the past is
夜に
possible
なったら
right
望遠
now.
鏡で空を覗
Look
いてみて
into
くだ
the
さ
sky
い。
at night, and you can see light from tens of thousands of years ago. But is that really looking back into the past, or is that just the light information that you see? Because by that logic, you could argue showing a fucking video is moving into the past, because the light is showing information from that time. Right? Like, I don't know.
それもへりくつですよ。
That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who objects.
まあ、今までのは前
Well, I was just getting started. So why is the plane example she gave not time travel? Like, I understand the light one, but why the plane one? Is it just me, or did Carice look a little nervous just now?
例えば実際に
Let's
皆
say
さんが
we
体
wanted
ご
to
と
make
過去
a
や未来へ
machine
行くことができるよう
that
な
could
タイムマシンを作
physically
るには
transport
まず
people
何が必
through
要か
time.
考えてみましょ
What
う。
would we need?
代表的なところだと
The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes.
宇宙紐というのは
A cosmic
超巨大
string
な
is a
質量を持つ
string-shaped
紐みたいな形の
crevice
ひび割
with
れです
extreme mass. String-shaped crevice? That must be how they entered our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist?
ひびの幅は素粒子と
The
同じくらいで
crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of the galaxy. That's interesting. Okay, smallest unit of matter. However, the definition of what constitutes an elementary particle is unclear. Certain elementary particles have a corresponding anti-particle with an opposite charge. So you're just talking about antimatter? So at least... okay.
これは巨大な
It
質量
has
であるのに
immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distorted, through that distortion, you can make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. That's true, you would make it 180 degree, wait, full circle. Less than 360. So you have the cosmic string, and it distorts space-time angular deficit. You can make a full circle around the string in less than... okay... 'cause I guess time is... space-time is work. Deficit fusion. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called space-time angular deficit.
角度欠損しているところを通過すると
When you pass through an area of angular deficit,
通過時間は
transit time becomes 0. Area of angular deficit. Transit time becomes 0. That seems a bit extreme. So you teleport if transit time becomes 0. I don't know.
これを応用して
Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. Huh. Okay, but how do you even create a cosmic string? Much less move it. Is that a tangible thing that you can put a force on to accelerate?
相対性理論により
According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for a cosmic string in relation to its surrounding. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. Huh. So that means...
つまり通過後の方
In
が
other words,
過去に
you
な
will
って
arrive in the past after transit.
で2本の宇宙
If
紐
you
を
use
使って
two
空
cosmic
間
strings,
欠損ジャンプを
you
行
can do
い
a space
元の地
deficit
点まで
jump.
周回する
If
よ
you
うに
look
戻って
back
く
to
る
your original
とちょう
location,
ど周回を
you
開始
can
したのと
return
同
to
じ
the
時間
same
に戻っ
time
て
you
くることが
started,
できる
revolving.
ざっくり言っちゃうと
And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings.
ちなみに誤解しないで
By
ほ
the
しい
way,
のは
just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. In physics, the theory that all matter in the universe is composed of strings, and that vibrations of these strings manifest as elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, it is said that if this theory were to be proven, it would explain all the phenomena from the birth and scope of the universe on the macro level to elementary particles like quarks on the micro level. So the thing is, could you argue that for like most theories, or just like another theory that's not string theory, that oh, this could explain everything if you could prove it? Or is string theory the only one that works like that?
というわけで宇宙紐理論で過去へ行くために用意するものは3つ。
Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings.
その1、宇宙紐。
First, the cosmic
これは
strings
2つ
themselves.
必要です。
2 strings
ち
to
なみ
be
に
exact.
宇宙紐って
By the way,
生まれた
they
ば
are
かりの宇宙にしか
hypothesized
な
to
いという
exist
仮定なの
only
で
where the universe
探
was
すのは
formed.
かなり骨が折
So
れ
they
る。
might be a little hard to find. Talk about a little hard to
仮
find.
に宇宙紐を見つけてきた
You
ら
would need the
それ
energy
を光に
required
近い
to
速さで
make
運動さ
them
せるための
move
エネル
at
ギー
near
が
light
必要
speed,
です。
so basically impossible.
銀河と同じ長さの日
How much
々で
energy do you
光並み
think?
に加速させるには
Do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way
少なくとも
to the speed of light? I'm
1.21
pretty sure it'd be a
ギガワット以上な
little
のは
more
確か
than
です。
1.21 gigawatts. Is this in reference to Back to the Future? Originates from a 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradoxes. In the movie, the inventor of time machines said they need 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt does not exist. The scriptwriter made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is gigawatt. 1.21 gigawatts does not seem like a lot of watts, like at all. This earns a few chuckles from the audience.
その3、
Damn, I don't know why, but I thought Steins Gate would be not this
これに乗らないといけません。
modern in terms of its references. Like, I guess Back to the Future is not modern, but like, I don't know, like I feel like the writing has not, the writing has aged like wine. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. Okay.
どうですホーインさん。
What do you think,
宇宙紐
Hoenn-san?
理論でのタイム
Care
ト
to
ラ
take
ベル
on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible? And why the hell is she addressing me? Because your ego is inflated. That's why. I wasn't even the one who cheered this time. Yeah, but I think she's kind of posited you into the role of the jester. And you won't be able to shake this role, unfortunately, for the rest of the lecture.
ホーインさんは宇宙紐理論には挑戦
Huh,
したく
looks
ない
like
ようですね。
Hoenn-san doesn't want to take the challenge.
だったらもう一つ
In that
例にあ
case,
るタワームホール理論を
Let's consider wormholes.
こちらは宇宙
They
紐
may
理
be a
論より
little
は
more
もうちょっと
realistic
現
than
実的かもしれま
cosmic
せん。
strings. And I'm assuming this is going to be like negative energy or whatever, some amount of energy to bend space.
ところでホ
Whatever.
ーインさん、
By the way,
ワームホールっ
Hoenn-san,
てどんなも
do
の
you
か知ってま
know
すか？
what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered.
空
Surely
間
knows
に
what
開
this
いた
is. It's like a
抜け道のような
shortcut
も
through
の
space,
だろ
right?
ね、そうです。
Yes, that's correct. Ooh, I got it right. There's no way you wouldn't know what that is. It's kind of basic. I saw it inwardly in relief.
2つの穴があって、そ
There
れ
are
は
two
トンネルで
wormholes
つながってい
joined
る。
by a tunnel.
トンネルは通
No
過時
matter
間
how
ゼロ
far
の
away the
トンネル
wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. 0? That seems a bit absurd.
だけど、こ
FG, force of gravity?
ワームホールの
The wormhole collapses on itself due to its own immense gravity. I guess so. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens.
だからかかる重力
So
を
we
硬
need
化するために
something to
何らかの
negate
再考
the
しなく
effect
ちゃ
of
ダメ
gravity, like a shit ton of energy.
いわゆるエキゾチック物質
So-called exotic
これは
matter.
マイナ
A
スの重さを
substance
持つ
with a negative mass,
重力に反
which
発するんです
repulses other matter. Inject exotic matter to repel the surrounding force, the wormhole no longer collapses. A negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. So instead of gravity, you have like an anti-gravity, I guess. Karisu raises her right fist.
こうやってむぎゅーっ
Say
と
that the
グー
wormhole
を作ってる
tunnel
状
is
態が
being
ワームホールのト
squished
ン
by
ネ
an
ルです
invisible fist.
ここを通るためには
In
手
order
の
to
中に
pass
私が
through,
握ろう
you
とする
need
力に反
something
発する
that
何
could
かを作って
oppose my
むぎゅ
fist
ーっとでき
grasping
なくしない
force,
とダメという
so I can't squish anymore. Karisu opens her fist.
エキゾチック物質を注
If
入
you
して
stabilize the
ワームホール
tunnel
を安
with
定させれ
exotic
ば
matter
瞬間移
injection,
動が可能になり
instantaneous
ます
travel between wormholes becomes
タイムト
possible.
ラベルをするには
To travel through time, however,
一手
takes a little more effort.
ここでは仮にワームホー
For
ルの
example,
入
let's
り口
say
側の穴
there's
が
a
この秋
wormhole
葉原に
entrance
出口側にある穴
entrance
が
here in
LA にあるとし
Akihabara,
ま
and
し
the
ょう
exit is in Los Angeles.
まず LA にあ
First,
る穴を
we send the
光に
wormhole
近い
in
速
LA
さで
all
宇
the
宙の
way
中
to
に
the
飛ばしちゃっ
end
てくだ
of
さ
the
い
universe
そして
at near the speed
果
of
てまで
light.
行ったらすぐに
Once
LA
it's
に
there,
引っ張り戻す
we yank it back to LA.
相
How?
対性理論により
According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed
LA
of
に
light,
戻ってきた穴は
meaning that the whole
秋葉原
return
に
to
ある穴
LA
が過去
would
に
be
ある
further in the past than the Akihabara hole.
というわけで
So
その状
now,
態で
if
ホーインさん
Owen-san
がワー
jumped
ムホ
into
ー
the
ルに飛び込ん
wormhole,
だら
he'd arrive in LA several years before he left.
でもこの時点ではまだ
However,
タイムト
this
ラベル
still
をする
can't
こ
be
とには
called
なりませ
true
ん
time travel.
疑似的な
It
タイム
only
トラベルです
seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. Special relativity, the phenomenon originating from the fact that time slows down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut travels to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. This trip might take a few years in the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find thousands of years had passed in his absence. I see, so it's not I don't know. What is defined as true time travel then?
重要なのはこの後 LA から秋葉原に
The
も
important
う一
part
度ワームホールを通って戻ることそうすると
is to return to
その通過
Akihabara
時
from
間は
LA
ゼロ
through
な
the
ので
wormhole once more, since the transit time is zero.
ホーインさんは
Hoenn-san
数年前の秋葉原に戻って
will
くる
return to Akihabara
こ
several
れで
years in the
タイム
past.
トラベルは完了
Time travel complete.
ワームホール理論に必要なも
The
のは
prerequisites for
宇宙飛
wormhole
行
travel
の
are
ですよ
simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel.
その1ワー
First,
ムホールそ
the
のもの
wormhole itself.
この宇宙のど
It
こか
may
にもし
exist
かしたらあ
somewhere
るかも
in
し
the
れません
universe,
見つけ
but
た人はま
nobody
だ
has
誰もいま
ever
せん
seen one.
その2ワームホールの穴を
The energy
光
required
波
to
の
move
速
a
さで
wormhole
宇
to
宙
the
の果て
end
まで
of
往
the
復させる
universe
こと
and
ので
back
きる
at
エネ
near
ルギ
light
ー
speed.
その3
Third,
Exotic
exotic
物質
matter,
ちなみ
which
に
by
こ
the
れ
way
実
has
在は
not
確
been
認されて
confirmed
ま
to
せん
exist. So implementation of either one require a ridiculous amount of effort.
バカらしいと最初に言った理由
Now
は
do you see what
分
I
かってもら
meant
え
when
ま
I
したか
said that every idea of a time machine, that the very idea of a time machine is absurd?
タイムトラベルの理論はどれも思考実
Time
験
travel
です
theories are all
これら
just
の理論
thought
からでは
experiments.
実際にタイムマシンを
Not
作る
one
こ
of
とは
them
でき
can
ない
be
という
create
こと
a
それが
viable time
私から
machine.
の回答です
That is my answer.
もっと簡単なものはないんですか？
Is
例
it
え
very
ば
simpler?
机の引き出しを
Like
開け
something
る
you
だ
could
けで
pull out of
使え
a
るも
drawer
の
and
と
just
か。
use or something?
ないですね
I'm afraid not. What if you reverse entropy? I don't know. Technically, entropy can. I don't know. I feel like I remember that entropy can kind of decrease in a way. Well, at least I don't know, man. It's been a while.
現代の
This is the
物理
limit
学
of
の
modern
広がり
physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though.
それに仮にもっと
Besides,
簡
even
単
if
に
someone
過去
did
へ行ける
overcome the
方法が発
logistical
見されたと
requirements,
しても
there may be other
実際に
factors
行け
that
るとは
prevent
限ら
time
ない
travel from working.
因果率に関する根本
And
的な
that's
問題
because
が
fundamental
解決されて
problems
いません
concerning
か
the
ら
principle of causality have not yet been solved. A scientific and philosophical principle that states that every event has a cause, and it is by that cause an effect is produced. However, quantum physicists have observed microscale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principles of causality. Theory of relativity is founded upon this principle. So that would be like alpha radiation or something? I don't know. I think that's like actually random.
タイムパラドックス
You mean time
質量保存
paradoxes,
の法則
conservation of mass. Dude, you're just saying words. And that's the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading a book, a not terribly reputable book, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though.
質量保存の法則を
If
宇
you
宙
think
のよ
that
うなマクロレ
conservation
ベ
of
ル
mass
あ
applies
るい
to
は
macro
原子や
systems
素
like
粒
the
子など
universe or
ミクロレベルの
microsystems
仕組
like
みに当ては
atoms
め
or
るのは
elementary
誤り
particles, you're mistaken. Oh, really? Well, I guess because mass can be turned into energy, right? Like nuclear fusion. What? Is that true? Oh, she's laughing at my reaction that little. God, how mortifying.
あれは化学反応に対
Conservation
す
of
る法
mass
則で
only
しかないから
applies to chemical
現代
reactions.
物理学におい
It
ては
doesn't
全く
hold
成
in
立
modern
しない
physics at all.
無から有は生み出せますから
Something can come from nothing. Oh, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so blue text isn't anything.
では何が問題となるの
Then
か
what
ね
is the problem?
タイムパラドックスはタイ
The
ムパラ
time
ドックスとは
paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born.
そのパラドックスの解が
As long as
導
this
き出されない
paradox
限り
goes
タイム
unsolved,
トラベルは実現
time
でき
travel
ない
can never be
絶対に
realized. Never.
殺さなければいいんじゃないの？
But if you just don't kill them.
そんな単純な問題じゃありませ
You
ん
can't think of it like a sci-fi
SF 映画と
movie.
同じように考
It's
え
not
るの
just
は
about
とて
your
も危険
family
です
tree. There are
あなたが
far
消え
greater
たってさらされる
dangers than that. Because, like, if you go back in time to solve a problem, then you wouldn't go back in time to solve a problem. So that problem would still exist. And then you'd go back in time. You see? I don't know. Really, it doesn't seem that dangerous.
矛盾が生じることは
Any
因果
paradox,
率
no
の
matter
崩
how
壊
small,
相対性理
cause
論の
total
崩壊
collapse of
さらには
causality,
この世の全て
relativity,
の物理法
and
則
every
の
other
崩壊
physical
を
law
意
in
味する
existence.
パラドックスは理論上の思考実
Paradoxes
験
are
に過ぎ
nothing
ない
more
現実に起きること
than
も
thought
ないし
experience.
起
They
きて
do
はい
not
けないこと
occur
な
in
んです
reality. And they should not.
だからたとえ
Nothing
0.00001%
that
で
has
起きる可
even
能性
a
があるどんな行動も
1% chance of causing a paradox can happen.
そう考え
The
る方
universe
が
won't allow
自
it.
然じゃないです
When you
か
say that this is the logical conclusion,
多世界解釈や自己矛
there
盾
may
の
be
原理
loopholes like parallel worlds or the
個人的
self-consistency
にはフ
principle.
ァンタジーすぎると思う
But
の
those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Multiverses are too fantastical? She kind of just hand waved it. I mean, yeah, what's wrong with the idea that there could be a multiverse? I mean, Marvel made a movie about it, so it must be true, right? I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu look at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I end up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced me at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as soon as she heard Rentaro speak, and she realized everyone was a dumbass. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Your bad faith questions. Wait, why am I praising her? I know, right? A woman! Okay. Leaving that aside, I saw Makase Kurisu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. Not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion, something that never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. Oh yeah, time to turn to spiritualism. Should I keep going? You know what? Why not? After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercise. I seriously doubt that the Makase Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Chat, is this true? Is that a thing? Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of the Kanda River. To find it, enter this first side after the crossing Monsebashi Bridge. Then, when you reach a gate, go through it, and it'll be right along the river. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine's so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. Oh, it's Ocarine! Tutaru! Wait, what's she doing here? There are two people standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Shrine maidens, priestesses in the Shinto religion. Miko typically are dressed in white kimono with a red hakama, or skirt. Their role is to assist priests with performing rituals and events. Urushibara Ruka. Stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in the bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priestess's son. Oh. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. I want to hear him speak. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We can work with this. Okay, good afternoon, Akabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mary, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Like stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Awesome. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. He's a guy. Okay, anyone can fucking clean with a broom. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. What does that even have to do? The cicadas won't shut up. Okay, you really can't get that out of your mind. Lukaku. The blade I gave you. What happened to it? He's a friend of mine, I call him Lukaku. He met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers on Akiba's pedestrian heaven. Pedestrian heaven. Some neighborhoods in Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days. This effectively turns the street into one big sidewalk, facilitating pedestrian access. It also so happens that Lukaku and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I got to know him. Anytime I hear like this Shinto-esque music, I can't help but think of like Ho-Oh's theme. Like, just sit with it for a bit. Like, you see what I mean, right? Wait, am I thinking Hoa's theme? No, not Hoa's theme, the legendary beast. I mean, they literally got burned in like a Shinto tower, didn't they? Anyways, Lukaku's taking back my shirt question. What the fuck was this question? Lukaku, the blade I gave you, what happened to it? So it's fidgeting, a flushed expression on his face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Samidare?
そうだ
Correct.
あれがお前の力を制御
Bought
す
it
る
for you so you
た
could
めにや
learn
っ
to
たのだ
control your power.
ああ、秋葉の武器屋本舗で買った
You
やつでし
bought
ょ
it at Bladeworks, right? I think
980
you
円だ
said it cost 980. Fictional. One of several stores in Akihabara that sell replica weapons. Items include Japanese Sengoku period swords, European Middle Age swords, and even suits of armor. Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you.
消されちゃうの
They're gonna silence
お
me?
かり心配してくれてあり
Thanks
がと
for
う
worrying about me,
でも
Ocarine.
奴らって誰かな
Who are they? Ignore Myri's question.
それでルカ
So Lukaku,
妖刀さん
are you making for a practice with Samidare like I told you?
はい1日1回は
I do practice swings once a day.
あれを持ち
As long as you carry the master of Seishin's Anma School of Swordsmanship,
己の内
you
にあ
can
る邪
prevent
悪
the
な
dark
炎
flame
に焼か
inside
れて
you
い
from
く
consuming your soul. Demon sword Samidare may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears and unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included.
あんな素敵なものをプレゼントしてもらって
Thank you, Okabe-san.
岡部さんには感謝
It's
して
a
います
wonderful present.
俺は岡部ではない
My name isn't Okabe.
オカリンだよ
It's Ocarine.
ごめんなさい京馬さん
Sorry, Kiyoma-san.
別れ話
As long as you
合
understand.
言葉
Now speak the word.
エル
L, Sai, Kangaroo.
違うコンガ流ではなく
Not kangaroo. Kangaroo.
はい
Yes. L, Sai, Kangaroo.
これでいいですか
Did I get it right? Okako smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます
Thank you. Such a lovely smile. Please, guy.
美しい師弟
Such
関
a
係だね
beautiful master-disciple relationship.
マユシーは不女子じゃない
Mayushi is
けど
not a
ちょっと
Fujoshi.
ドキドキしてき
But
ちゃう
she's
よ
getting a little excited. What? A term for a female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men. Does not apply to female otaku as a whole. Huh?
まゆりちゃん
Miley
変な
con.
想像しない
Please
で
don't imagine such things. Jeez. So we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Hoyen Kiyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash, teach Lukaku about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and have to resist them. That stuff about demon sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukaku is very obedient and hardworking, plus he's always eager to learn new things, and Master can ask for a better disciple. So he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy.
それでなぜマユリはここにいる
What are you doing here, Myri?
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ
I came to see Luka-kun.
来月のコミマで
Komima's
来
coming
年度
up
のキラリ
next
ちゃんコ
month.
スをしてほしいって
And I want him
ず
to
っと頼ん
cosplay
で
as
るのに
Hirari-chan
どう
from
も OK してくれ
Rainet.
ないんだよ
But he won't say yes. Is Rainet from the previous game as well? Let's start with Komima. Okay. Fictional, short for Comic Giga Market. A massive otaku event held twice a year at Tokyo Big Sight. running it twice a year might be a bit overkill. But this is Japan, so it's not like they have like a bunch of other sort of, you know, because I don't know, they are stupid. Anyways, Masutaka held twice a year at Tokyo Big Sight. Every Komima, thousands of artists gather to sell their creations, which range from erotic manga based on popular anime to original figures, music, and games. Next Komima, the summer Komima, will be held on August 15th, a period of 3 days. The heroine of Rainet Kakeru. Her full name is Nishimura Kirari. Kirari is a smart, athletic girl in the 5th grade. She is passionate about fashion and hates mushrooms. She is also cute and has a good personality, making her basically a perfect girl. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'll look great in it. Phrase, something this cute can't be a girl is a really popular, you know. Come on, and make your cosplay debut. It's an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone that looks like a cute girl, but is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Why not? Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. It looks like she's chosen Lukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Lukaku has no problem wearing Miko Rose. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi. It's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukaku, there's a good reason for my being here. Today, I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of the Konda Shrine. So with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? No, who knows? Use a demon sword for exorcism. The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingy that the priest does a shaky thing with. This sounded really dumb. Ocarine. Probably shocked to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the Unusa. I don't know if Dad will lend it to me. A wand that is carried by Shinto priests adorned with shide paper. It is used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits. I'll go ask him. Lukaku makes a quick bow and runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. I think it's pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Do your best. You're going straight home afterward. Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends after all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. So I've been staying at the lab since summer break began.
また明日ね。
See you tomorrow. I call after Myri to stop her before she trots off.
前より
Wait, Myri,
お前はあの
back at RowdyCon,
ラジカンで
you heard a
男の
man
悲鳴を聞
scream,
いた
right?
悲鳴
Scream? Myri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temples as if in thought, and she gives her usual smile.
それって
When
い
was
つの
that
こと
again?
今日の昼だ
This afternoon.
聞いてないか
I don't think I heard anything.
そうか
Oh,
分かった
alright. Wonder if he went through a wormhole, potentially.
な。変なオカリン。
Ocarina's a weirdo.
じゃあね。トゥットゥルー。
Bye bye, Tootaroo. Myri leaves. This time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times for disappearing down the archway.
岡部さん、お待たせ
Thanks
し
for
ました。
waiting, Okabe-san. Mikako returns shortly after Myri leaves. His hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for.
借りることができました。
Dad, let me borrow it. Thank goodness.
まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
Did Myri-chan leave?
前よりはどうでもいいから
Don't worry
今す
about
ぐお祓いを
Myri.
始め
Give
る
me
の
the
だルカ
exorcism
子
at once, Lukaku.
はい。僕
Okay.
でいいんでしょうか？
Do you really want me to do
そ
it?
もそも何に
What
対す
exactly
る
am
お
I
祓いは？
exercising anyway? Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. Got
俺に取り
the evil spirit
悪霊が
in my arm. I grab my violently shaking wrist.
静まれ
Be still, foul spirit.
急げルカ子
Hurry, Lukaku.
俺は
It's trying to take over.
そんな。
No way.
岡部さん、
Please
し
hang
っか
in
り
there.
してください。
Okabe-san.
俺は
I'm not Okabe-san.
すいません、京馬さん。
I'm sorry, Kiyoma-san.
でも僕、
But what should I...
お祓いを急げ
The exorcism. Hurry. Just do it. Like I taught you.
はい。
Oh, okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grabs the Unuso with both hands, as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive, taught him well. His face is red and he barely talks. Looks like he wants to say something but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur. Please, Luca. Expel this spirit
俺の中から
from
追い出
me.
す俺は
I don't want to kill you. Kako starts crying. So he's really worried. He tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's going to work up his resolve.
悪霊よ。
Term evil spirit. He raises the noose up high, shaking it left and right.
岡部、じゃなくて、
Please leave her,
Kiyoma-san.
Okabe. I mean,
出て行ってください。
Kiyoma-san.
あいいぞそのまま俺の腕に
Great.
草
Now
を当て
strike
ろ
my arm with those zigzags. The tip of the noose touches my upper arm. In anime, this would be a cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. It only sounds the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. Trembling, my arm has stopped.
大丈夫だ
I'm okay.
悪霊は去った
Looks
よ
like you
う
drove away the evil
だよくやっ
spirit.
たなルカ子
Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes.
お役に立てて
I'm glad
よかった
I
で
was
す。
able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. Alright, and I think that's a fairly appropriate place to end off now that he went back to the lab. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I might pick this up, I don't know when, maybe today or tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye.